This is a look at some of Donald Curry's early bouts that I don't see here on YouTube. First up is his fight against Jerry Reyes, who was reported by ESPN as having a 6-3 record, but according to BoxRec, he was 2-7 going into this one. So Reyes is already established as a record patter for rising fighters, although it must be said that he looks a couple of weight divisions smaller than Curry here. Still watch for Reyes landing a solid 1-2 in the opening moments before Curry's superior skill, speed, and strength quickly overwhelm him.
Don Curry was a National Golden Gloves champion. He's very fast and quite an excellent fighter. He's the younger brother of Bruce Curry, well-known welterweight. Had very many fights and fought a lot on the West Coast.
Bruce Curry had a real controversial fight in New York. Don's brother. He knocked down Alfredo Benitez 3 times, but he lost a decision that night, and there were outcries at ringside. Anyway, here's Don Curry, 2-0 as a professional in the white. Jerry Reyes in the red. He's 6-3.
Everybody from the Curry family are all good boxers. And I understand that Don has a younger brother that's coming up named Ronald Curry, I believe is his name. That's very good too. I saw him working out today. Good
right, and then a left by Curry. Curry with 2 lefts against Reyes, and we're talking speed here, my friend.
Reyes is just running into everything. Don Curry, as you mentioned, is just too fast for Jerry Reyes.
Curry just walked into a left hand.
Curry is another product of the amateur development in the United States. He had 240 amateur fights, losing only 5 of those. With 240 amateur, 245 amateur fights behind you, you got to be smart. And quick, too.
Reyes just got hit by a left and then a right. We're halfway through the first round.
That was a beautiful move by Curry. He took a step back, planted his foot, then come with his combination.
Curry shooting the left, stand-up fighter, hardly crouches. Look at that speed with the left hand. We've already had a little bit of everything here tonight. Lane Dixon won a unanimous decision over Refugio Rojas in a bout that really went down to the final bell. We got a minute to go in this opening round. And then we had a technical draw between Tony Schiavone and Mauricio Aldana because of a butt in the 6th round that opened up a very big cut over the right eye of Schiavone. Reyes was hit by a right hand and staggered. Don Curry whipping it. That right hand traveled like a locomotive.
That right hand is coming right over the left jab of Reyes. Reyes will throw his left jab and Curry will follow it back with a right hand. And a very fast and hard right hand too. Curry snaps his punches off very fast and they're hard. Speed is power. And he's got the speed and he's got the power.
Left hook by Don Curry at the bell, ending a terrific 3 minutes of work for Don Curry. We're in the Matador room of the all-new Hacienda Resort Hotel and Casino, the first time that Top Rank Boxing and ESPN have come here, and we are certainly enjoying our visit here. It's a beautiful room, and the place is packed with boxing fans. Round 2 scheduled for 6. Don Curry in the white, Jerry Reyes in the red. Doesn't Don Curry know you're not supposed to go more than 55 miles an hour?
Somebody needs to tell Jerry Reyes that.
It seems almost every time Reyes makes a mistake, Curry's right there to take advantage. And Curry's also parrying the left jabs by Reyes with his gloves so neatly, it's hardly a factor. Left-right combination. And Reyes was really tattooed.
There's a backhand by Reyes. That's illegal. Referee Carlos Padilla saw it.
Curry is a picture book boxer. He's got those hands high, his feet spread apart, he's on his toes.
Reyes is just too outclassed by the taller, more experienced Donald Curry.
We're halfway through the second round. Reyes gets hit with the left hand and goes down. Reyes had just missed with the right hand, and Curry cleverly countered with the left of his own.
Reyes walks right into that left hook of Curry. He threw that right hand and dropped his right hand as he was bringing it back, running right into it. And Curry's trying to clean up.
Carlos Padilla, the referee, gave Reyes the standing 8 count. We've got less than a minute to go in the second round. Don Curry simply too fast for Reyes. He took another left hand. Reyes now could use the bell. Curry trying to close the show. Curry with a body shot with the left hook. Less than 30 seconds to go in the round.
Curry is only 19 years old. And what a future he's got ahead of him. He is utterly picking this guy apart. He's hitting him with anything he wants to.
Don Curry in command against Jerry Reyes as we come down the stretch here in the second round. Reyes takes a right hand and a left, another right. Reyes is turning his back on Donald Curry. Padilla asks him if he wants to continue. He says yes, and there's the bell. We have returned to Las Vegas, and Jerry Reyes is returning to his dressing room. He has decided, let's forget this. This man's too fast. Don Curry goes to 3-0 because Jerry Reyes refuses to answer the bell for the third round. We will get it officially from Chuck Hall, the ring announcer, right now.
Next up is Curry's 5th pro fight, and he's in front of a friendly Fort Worth, Texas crowd. His opponent is Danny Favella, who comes in with a 3-3 record according to BoxRec, 7-3 according to ESPN.
Team. In Texas, it's the 10-point must system. 3 knockdown rule is in effect.
Donnie has started right off with that good left jab. Jab is the most effective weapon in boxing because it's both offense and defense. And it's best to establish the jab early.
Did you notice how Curry skipped away from Favella there? Curry has speed, both the foot and in his hands. Right to the body by Curry. He threw that right underneath the jab of Favella.
That was a good right hand. It was good, short, crisp. And Favella has a little spare tire around his midsection, and I'm sure Donald Curry sees it.
Referee is Willie Ballard, and he has had very little work here in the opening moments. This is scheduled for 8 rounds. Right hand by Curry caught the top of Favella's head. Was obviously the faster and better boxer. Curry has not gone the distance as a professional. He has 4 knockouts in his 4 victories.
Curry has never gone past the second round in any of those 4 fights, and he's moving very fast because this is an 8-rounder. You don't find many 4-fight professionals going into 8-round experience.
A left to the body by Curry, but Favella tagged Curry with a right cross. Don Curry from Fort Worth, Texas is 5 feet 10.5 inches tall. His brother Bruce ranked number 9 by Ring Magazine as far as the world's junior welterweights are concerned. Don ran sprint in high school. He graduated from high school last year here in Fort Worth, Texas. And Curry says that his idol is the world middleweight champ Marvin Hagler. He likes his style.
That's a good idol. All of the Currys, everybody from the Curry family is fighters. Bruce, and then Don, and there's one other Curry, I can't think of his name, but he is from Las Vegas, and he is a fighter. I visited with him last time I was in Vegas. So they're all very good fighters. They've all had a lot of experience. They grew up around this area, around the Fort Worth area, and the fans here just love them. This is the first time that, or this is the farthest that Donald Curry has gone in the professional ranks. He's never gone past the second round. And here we are in the first part of the third round.
Now, what I'm about to say really isn't that significant, but I'll bring it up. Favella is wearing trunks that look like maybe 2 sizes bigger than what he should be wearing. Matter of fact, he looks like he has them tied around his waist. Huge trunks. It looks like he's swimming in them. And Favella continues to take from Donald Curry.
And Curry uses those combinations, and then he moves. It's very hard for Favella to get off a punch. I'm surprised that Donald hasn't gone to the body much more. He tried a few body punches in the first round. They landed, but he never went back to the well and dug that body more.
Through 2 rounds, Sean O'Grady and I have Donald Curry ahead 20-18. We have him winning both rounds 10-9. This is the 3rd, scheduled for 8.
Throughout the first 3 rounds of this fight.
Left hand by Curry. Meanwhile, this is forcing Don Curry to fight at a slower pace than I think he would like to. This is forcing Curry to slug instead of move.
Danny Favella is smiling now. He's been taking a lot of punches, hasn't returned at all, hasn't tried to knock Donald Curry off of him, and he's smiling. He's still smiling right now.
Well, Curry just wiped that smile off his face with that countering left hand. That was beautiful. It set Favella back a couple of steps. So Favella goes back to his corner, Curry goes back to his, and we'll take a timeout. Texas has been having a big problem with Donald Curry of Fort Worth, Texas. We are now in the 4th round. Over the first 3, Curry has been dominant, and Favella simply has to go on the attack if he has any shot of winning this fight. It's scheduled for 8 rounds.
Another thing that Favella may try to do is to cut off the ring. That was a good right hand by Donald Curry. If he sidesteps, if he moves over to the side, then he'll be able to cut off the ring. Now Curry's got Favella on the ropes, and he's battering him with quick, lightning fast punches.
Curry just went to the body again with a right hand as he continues to work downstairs as well as upstairs. And as his fight gets older, Danny Favella in blue is really slowing up.
Very good, crisp left hook. He took a step over. He did a left-handed pivot, as we talked about early. Then he countered with a left hook. Beautiful shot.
Favella's eyes are swollen now, but he's far from danger as far as that being a major factor is concerned. No cuts. Right hand by Curry. Favella tried to move his left to block it, but it was like a speeding train as it went by. Left hook by Curry, and that shook up Favella. He's on the ropes. Favella was hurt by that punch. Curry with the jab. Curry measuring Favella. Left hook, right uppercut, left hook, right cross, all by Curry. Right uppercut by Curry. Another right uppercut. Favella hanging on the ropes. Coming down the stretch of the round. 2 right hands by Curry. Another right hand, and there's the bell.
That's good teaching, good training from his corner.
Back live, round 5, scheduled for 8. Curry sends Favella back to the ropes again with a hard shot to the face. And now Curry, notice the speed, rat-a-tat-tat on Danny Favella, and pretty soon the referee's going to have to make a decision here. Favella is not punching back. Right uppercut by Curry. That left hook was a glancing blow. Right cross, left hook, all by Curry. Right uppercut by Curry.
And Favella stays right on the ropes. Hangs on those ropes. He won't come off of them. Curry keeps resorting back to that left hook. There it is again.
And he set up that left hook with a right to the body. That right uppercut snapped back the head of Favella. Favella really has no steam on his punches when he does connect, and that's infrequent.
And Favella is not smiling at all in this round.
Right hand by Curry. Curry counters with a left hook. Right uppercut by Curry. This is good work for Donald Curry.
This is fantastic. He moved early in the fight, let Favella wear himself out. There was a right hand that sent Danny Favella to the ground. Favella one knee.
Favella taking a standing 8 count from the referee, who's taking a good look into his eyes. Plenty of time in this round. And Curry with a very solid left hook. That right cross off the top of the head of Favella. And it's all Donald Curry here in the 5th round. Left-right combination by Curry. Curry now flat-footed, teeing off on Danny Favella.
For a few seconds there, Favella tried to throw a few punches, but he was beat down by Don Curry.
Left-right combination and down to one knee goes Danny Favella. His manager and trainer Jimmy Montoya says that's enough, it's all over. Donald Curry has won with a technical knockout in the 5th round.
After the bout, Curry admitted that he did carry Favella for a few rounds, as his corner wanted him to get used to pacing himself, as his previous 4 opponents didn't make it past the 2nd round. So that was an early look at Donald Curry, who was one of my favorite fighters to watch back in the 1980s. And as the announcer said, his technique was straight out of a textbook. He had the amateur experience that present-day American fighters typically don't have. Curry was a world champion 2 years after the Favella fight, decisioning Jun-Suk Hwang over 15 rounds. If you haven't checked out the documentary piece I did on Curry, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Thanks for watching.